Tienen queso solo, es queso de vaca.
Sí.
Tenés, estas, es solo queso. Y después tenés estas que es con queso y jamón.
Sí. ¿Qué es tu favorito?
¿Cuál es el favorito?
Sí.
Y la gente ahora lleva esta, pero estas únicamente las hago en verano,
Sí.
en temporadas altas.
Sí.
Pero ahora hice para probar a ver si se vende o no. Así que están saliendo.
Sí. Uno queso y uno queso y jamón.
Bueno.
Por favor.
Let's leave everything and go traveling. See what tomorrow brings. It's only a choice away. Let's back up and leave today. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
Good morning. We left our desert camp this morning and we're heading back across the pass that we actually already did, but it's clear today so we can actually see it. And this view is just crazy. We're above the clouds. So heading back kind of the similar way that we came, but we get to see it this time actually. After going back over the pass, we headed for Salta, where we spent 2 days working and walking the city in our spare time. It had lots of cool street art, and although it had its nice areas, I would say overall it was still a pretty gritty place. It's a big jumping off point for tourism. There's a lot of day trips that can be done from Salta, but it wasn't anything super special in my opinion. From Salta, we decided to spend a few days meandering south, towards a little town called Cafayate, where a friend we had met back in Colombia was hanging out. This perfectly paved 2-lane curves its way through a beautiful valley. It's one of the popular day trips from Salta, especially for the motorcyclists. And I'll admit we were wishing we had motorcycles. It's not a long trip, only taking about 3 hours to get from Salta to Cafayate, but we were in no rush and took our time, savoring the scenery and the climate. After being in Salta, we needed a break from civilization. Being such a popular tourist route, they have it pretty locked down as far as camping goes, but we managed to tuck ourselves away. Goose makes getting off the beaten path pretty easy. Alright, it's a pretty windy night, as you can see. I think it'll calm down as it gets darker, but we are just tucked down in a little wash right down there. The river's back over there. Beautiful mountains everywhere. We're not that far from a road. And I think tomorrow we're pretty close, like maybe 30 kilometers from Cafayate. And so we'll head into town tomorrow, but we wanted one last night in the wilderness, even though it's windy. I think it'll be nice. It's good temperature, so it sure is beautiful around here. We are in Cafayate, I think is how it's pronounced. And this is our little hostel that we've been just camping at. And we've been here for, I think, 4 days now. And just kind of relaxing, getting work done, checking out this town. So we've been kind of not filming for a few days, just taking it easy. So we like this town a lot, and I just wanted to be able to show you. So today we'll walk around, show you the town, show you where we've been staying, and yeah, the weather is nice here. It reminds us a little bit of Arizona. This was the hostel dog. He was pretty cute. Hi. Hi. Hi, you. What do you say, Tim?
I say this is a rad spot, in part because it's just ours. I mean, we've been here like 5 nights, which is almost longer than we spend anywhere on the trip. And we just, every day that we're leaving, we go, one more night. And she just laughs. She goes, you keep saying that. But we are under a tree, so we're in the shade, so middle of the day, it's not too hot. At night, it's just cool enough to enjoy. We're right next to town, so we can walk in, but then when we get back here, it's pretty quiet, except for Friday, Saturday night. But that's pretty much every town on this whole trip. Yeah, it's a nice area. And I think just because the lady's so into making it nice and keeping it clean, little things like all the little flower gardens all around you, you know, she's always coming out and pruning and cleaning, and it just makes you feel like you're in a nice place versus some of the stops we've had where you don't even want to get near the restroom because it's pretty nasty. So yeah, it's cool. It'd be sort of sad to leave, but I'm also looking now ready to hit the road and get going.
We met up with our friend Miguel, aka Michael, but we call him Miguel. We spent a lot of our days here just doing this. Find a patio, sip, chat, and people watch. What is it?
Every inch is filled with like pottery, plates, all kinds of stuff. Never seen it open.
Cafayate is a growing wine region in Argentina and known especially for its white torrentes, but also some great Malbecs. So we felt like we should do some wine tasting. There are so many beautiful wineries here, it is a bit overwhelming. I think I would like to come back and just visit the wineries. Good wine, stunning properties, and a little more low-key than Mendoza, at least for now. Argentina's largest golf course is apparently being built here, so not sure how long the low-keyness will last. This little corner cafe became our favorite place to hang out. It was a block or so off the main square and a little bit more relaxed.
Nothing.
Just bad? just nothing. I don't want to share it.
Nothing. It's just pun.
Is it?
No, it's I don't know the name of it. I should have asked, but
Oh, that looks good. Is there stuff in it?
it's like a tlayuda with cheese.
Tortillas, ¿qué tipo? Queso y...
Tienen queso solo, es queso de vaca.
Sí.
Tenés, bueno, estas, es solo queso. Y después tenés estas que es con queso y jamón.
Sí. ¿Qué es tu favorito?
¿Cuál es el favorito?
Sí.
Y la gente ahora lleva esta, pero estas únicamente las hago en verano,
Sí.
en temporadas altas.
Sí.
Pero ahora hice para probar a ver si se vende o no. Así que están saliendo.
Sí. Uno queso y uno queso y jamón.
Bueno.
Por favor.
Before we knew it, a week had flown by, and it was time to bid our Argentinian mother, the sweet lady who owned the hostel, goodbye. She was the nicest little lady, and even though she spoke no English, we would sit in the kitchen, and I would stumble along in Spanish, just talking about life. She made us feel at home. She cried as we said our goodbyes, and made sure we would send her messages via WhatsApp about our travels in Argentina. She was part of what made this little town so special. So many good memories. With our goodbyes said, we loaded up on food before we hit the road. We were headed back north. This time, we were taking the famous Ruta 40. It's like Argentina's Route 66.
¿Algo más?
No, listo.
Saguaro in the middle of a wine vineyard. That's wild. Gotta love too, whether it's law or by choice, they didn't we're moving.
There are still many sections of the Ruta 40 that are dirt, but there are plans to pave this whole road. Who knows when it will actually happen, but for now, I'm glad it's still dirt. There wasn't much out here, and it was just about time to start the hunt for tonight's spot. So we turned up a random wash. And wow, did we get lucky. This random wash had seemingly endless little canyons to explore and turned out to be one of our all-time favorite camps. Just take a look at the beauty we stumbled into. I don't know about you guys, but I just can't get enough of this scenery. It was hard to edit all these shots down. For our patrons and YouTube members, I made a separate video with just the slow scenery. So check that out if you want to see more. Good morning. We packed up kind of early this morning, or quickly, not really early necessarily, but quickly, because the bees and wasps have taken quite an interest in the truck, so they're all over this morning. So we just kind of put the tent away quickly and we're on our way. It's a really pretty, quiet, cool, calm campsite. And if we didn't need to find cell service or Wi-Fi today, I think we'd stay here another night, but because we need to, we're gonna hit the road. It is so beautiful out here. I can't get over it. Just driving through these canyons, the colors, the sun hits everything. It's like, I don't know, it's like a beautiful cathedral or something, but better.
Yeah, I feel like this is somewhere in Africa or something like that. It's absolutely mind-blowing. All of the layers of geology are sort of uplifted on their side, and just this knife edge along, then that's completely different. Looks like a cathedral. There's little canyons up in here you can explore forever, especially on foot, or a dirt bike could go really far.
Yeah.
And none of this is marked on anything. This is not marked as if it's a thing to see a place to camp on Overlander, nothing. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those where if you're driving down the road and you see what looks like it could be a pretty canyon, wow, this one paid off.
Yeah. It's just mind blowing. I wish we could show you, like, you have to be here to see how amazing it is, but
Yeah, and there's no one. There's our tire tracks in this wash. You could tell there's some old tire tracks from, could be a week, a month ago, something like that. We've seen zero trash, zero people, absolutely nothing up here. That's awesome.
yeah.
And we're how far outside of Cafayate? Maybe an hour and a half outside of that town, which is a pretty
Yeah.
good sized little town, filled with tourists on doing wine tours and all that. And here you are, just one little side turn off of a dirt road. And yeah, probably my favorite campsite of the trip. I love the desert, and this is just amazing.
Yeah.
And to have it to yourself. I mean, if there was a kiosk and telling you about the area, it would still be just fine. But the fact that it's sort of ours and we found it, you know, obviously millions of people have seen it before us, I'm sure, but you feel like you found it because you just went, that canyon looks too cool. Let's
Yeah.
check it out. And, you know, right where we camped, there was like a squeeze rock where you had to just get the truck through, and that was the end. You couldn't go any further. So it was like a little cul-de-sac at the end that was just set up for camping. So
Yeah, I can't stop looking around. Like, even as we're talking, it's just like, it's so distracting. It's so pretty.
yeah, I hope some of the drone footage shows the size of the area, but there's not enough battery, I think, to fly over it as much as I want to. So we'll try and get as much captured for you as we can. But this northern Argentina is just, it's so different than Bolivia, but we're so near Bolivia.
Yeah.
But it looks nothing like it. Every town you go to has a local wine that costs, you know,
Nothing,
$1
yeah.
to $3 a bottle, and it's really good. You know, they're $16, $20 bottles in the U.S.
Goat cheese is big around here, which we
Oh,
like.
which is good. Yeah, my stomach appreciates goat cheese more than normal cheese, and so it's my perfect place. Wine, desert, goat cheese.
Yep.
Sad to say goodbye to our canyon, at least for now. We made it back to the road and headed towards the little town of Cachi for that Wi-Fi we needed. I still can't get over how pretty it is here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the sights of northwestern Argentina. Let me know what you thought in the comments. And like I said earlier, if you can't get enough of this beautiful scenery, head over to patreon.com or become a member on YouTube, and we posted some of the extra behind the scenes footage there. Cheers guys, and see you next week. There's so much more good stuff in Argentina. Can't wait to show you.
How you doing?
What does the fox say?
It's a big day.
That's a big
And
day.
you get back at like 5.
This I can't handle. This was just
It's such a small
Well,
amount.
you're just filming. Yeah.
natural.
Yeah. No, I'm like, oh! But, fucking wash my pants.
He's single. He's single.
Ladies.
These little doctors.
Quacks, they call them. See, I've only got 5.
What's that?
I've only got. I'm so rich, I've only got 500s.
Hola.
Maybe. It must be. And then they have like the things over there, like it's about to rain at any moment.
She's clearly living up the drama. I can't cross the street.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Whoa. He's pissed.
Get in.